You will always be a short hitter until you avoid these three massive mistakes. Now, if you're someone who can't hit the ball out their shadow, or maybe you're the shortest of the group of your buddies, or you just want to blast it past everyone, if you avoid these three mistakes, and I'm going to give you a drill to do for each one of these, you're going to be hitting the ball way further at the end of this video. So the first thing to avoid here, the first massive mistake, is setting up with athletic posture. Athletic posture, absolute killer. It doesn't get you doing anything athletic, I can tell you that. Because when you think, okay, athletic posture with this real hip hinge position, armpits over the toes, quite a lot of knee flex. Some people say it's like a goalkeeper waiting for a goal of football. Set up like that. It's absolutely awful, because what this is going to make you do, this is going to get the mass of your upper body way over in front of the mass of your lower body now. So armpits over toes, terrible. So as you turn, you're going to lose your balance. You're most likely going to drift towards the golf ball, or your pelvis is going to start to work underneath you. So then as you start turning down, your body is going to have to early extend to be able to maintain balance. Imagine you're on a tightrope, and if you start to, let's say, move forward, you're going to then, of course, if you're going to fall into the canyon, you might just keep moving forward. But what your body will do, it will move backwards to regain balance. In the golf swing, the same thing. If we're too bent over with those armpits, too far forward, too much this hip hinge, too much knee flex, we're going to have to stand up coming through the golf ball, pop up, and that is going to get us hitting the ball absolutely nowhere. I've seen big guys hit the ball literally under 200 yards when they're just setting up to the golf ball so poorly they can't create speed. Now the fix for this, we have to be a lot more old school. So like the guys around Jack Nicklaus's era, they used to set up to the golf ball like this, in what I call old man posture. So instead of this big knee flex, pushing the hips back, having the armpits in right on front of the toes, they're the opposite. They are pelvis tucked underneath their body. They're a tiny bit of knee flex, and their armpits are over the balls of the feet. So what that enables you to do, that enables you to turn but keep your balance as you turn. You don't have any countermeasure to keep your balance. So then from there you can turn and stay in posture with no funky losing balance anywhere. And then now as you move down that downswing, the hips will be able to stay back because you've got nothing to fight for your balance. Whereas of course if your armpits are way over your toes, you're going to have to early extend. Again, I almost just lost my balance there describing it. So armpits need to be over the balls of the feet. You need your pelvis tucked underneath. That's going to give you a straight lower back and a gradual round to the upper back. That gets you with the armpits over the balls of the feet, and you can turn in good posture and be able to generate some speed. So let me hit one here and show you a good little drill / procedure to get yourself doing it. So our procedure to get ourselves into this position: stand almost dead upright, but with a little bit of bend in your knees, and stand like you're talking to someone in front of you. Then grab your driver, put it in front of you. This applies to all clubs. Relax your mid and upper back until the club hits the ground. You can take a little shuffle from there just to get yourself comfortable. Now you're in that good old man posture to move well. Again, why did those guys back in the day, like a Nicklaus, hit the ball so unbelievably far for the equipment they used? Main big reasons was their posture was so much better than the guys who were taught in the, let's say, late 90s to early 2000s. Luckily, this is the posture that's been taught more, like a Victor Hovland. Very similar type of posture. Again, he moves pretty good. Again, now I'm in that good posture routine. Again, just relax until mid and upper back. Lets the club hits the ground. Armpits are now over the balls of the feet. Brilliant. Now let's take another ripper one. I've got about 50 yards of run there because of my slight pull shot. But again, we've got pretty decent carry. Average carry for me, that's around 250. Let's see what we can do here. So again, same thing, little pull shot, but again, so much better. So the second move to avoid here, and that is your arms disconnecting in your backswing. So I see so many golfers move their arms dead straight back here, maybe with a little bit of a misconception of they need to push their hands and arms out to start the takeaway, or they're just trying to push their hands and arms dead straight back. Regardless, as you can see here, that disconnects the left arm from the side. So then as we're turning up to the top, the arms aren't going to be able to use the body for power. So of course, we want our body to be, of course, having this good rotation to be able to pick up some nice club head speed, absolutely. The good full turn. But if our arms are disconnected away from the body, we're not going to have any benefit of the turn of the body because they're disconnected from each other. So you're only going to be at mercy to how fast you could generally swing your arms if you keep them disconnected, as we can see here. I'm going to push my arms out, which is going to disconnect them, and I'm just going to be able to hit a ball as far as really my arm strength would give me. So yes, it could be a good macho thing if you could hit the ball far with disconnected arms. Let's see how far I can hit it. So I really tried to hit that a decent distance. 4 right, look at that. That is a huge slice, which is going to happen because if your arms disconnect away from you, you're going to be swinging up with a lack of depth, arms over the body. So as you turn down, club's going to fly out in front of you if they remain disconnected. So you're going to get this huge slice there where you can see with club path and 218 worth of carry. So again, if you're extremely strong, you could, with your arms, you could get some distance out of it, but again, we can do it way easier than that if we avoid that mistake and we keep the arms connected. So let's keep the arms connected. Like we said there, if our arms are more connected, so in our takeaway, we actually need the hands and arms to go slightly in whilst the club head stays outside. Look at the connection now between my left arm and my body. So just like we said, with when we have disconnected arms, they move away from the body, our body's rotation won't be able to transfer into the arms because they're disconnected. Now what I do with my body is actually going to travel through my arms in the kinetic chain nicely. So if I get some good rotation of my body in the backswing, we always need to get a good turn with driver. That's going to help us generate that speed and get it into the arms and get it into the club a little bit easier. So I'm going to show you a good drill to get nice and connected. It really ties into the takeaway. It's where so many players disconnect their arms, is in that takeaway. And absolutely, we're going to have much easier distance, but accuracy as well there. So for getting those arms more connected, it's a drill and a feel. So the drill, grab some of your shirt and tuck it underneath your left arm. So now, as you start to move back, if your left arm disconnects with the hands pushing out, you're going to feel the shirt untucked. So you could also, let's say, grab a glove, put it underneath your armpit, or let's say a thin head cover for sure. So what we'd want to do is keep that connected the entire swing. And this is what we're going to talk about in the third point here for what to do. Is going to really help you connect and really sink this left arm into you in transition really nicely as well for some extra power. But we're going to get some good feedback. Now, along with keeping this shirt tucked underneath your arm to get that connection, I want you to imagine there's a sword right in front of your hand and you're not wanting to chop your hands off, because a lot of players who try to avoid getting their hands moving in is because they don't want their club to move in. But here's the thing, if your hands move out, it's most likely your club is going to move in because it's going to rotate your left forearm and pronate it, and then that's going to let the club head whip in. So normally if we get the hands going more in, the club will actually start to go out. So imagine there's a sword right here. You're not wanting to chop your hands off. You want to stay inside the sword, keeping this bit of shirt tucked underneath your left arm. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, let's have a good go here, see what we can get. Oh, that was a nice strike. It's great direction as well. Brilliant. So you can see there, 270 yard of carry. I really got a hold of that one really nicely. It tells you that power of keeping that left arm nice and connected. And here's the thing, guys, like you know, if you've watched my channel regularly, I've got cerebral palsy. I'm a disabled golfer. So if I can get the ball to carry 270 yards, being disabled, especially my lead side where your power needs to transfer through, you guys can certainly get the ball out there more. Okay, the third one here, the third move to avoid is turning with everything as you start the downswing, or turning with just your upper body and your arms. So a lack of separation in the downswing. So I see a lot of amateur golfers, when they're getting up to the top of their swing and they start down, their arms are the first thing to move and their chest and their lower body turn pretty much at unison. So you're not going to get any real coil, you're not going to get any spring through the golf ball, you're not going to get that good sequencing doing that. So you're not going to be able to pick up any speed, because what we like to see with golfers do, we like to see that lower body and mid torso unwind as they start down in that downswing, like we see all the top players in the world do. So that's where we see likes of John Rahm, even with his very short swing, does it. Victor Hovland, of course, does it. Every player, I could name them all, they all do it. So that's where, as they're starting down, that lower body goes first. And then that gets the upper body moving afterwards and the arms after that. And that all picks up speed going through the shot, but it also keeps your club on path. So when we don't do that, arms go first and the upper body and the lower body kind of follow afterwards. We could time it, but look at that again. Way out to win. Big slicey one, 227 of carry there. So not quite what we would be looking for. Whereas if we keep those arms and upper body nice and quiet and let that lower body unwind to get that good separation, I'm going to show you some great drills. One for those of you that might be athletic, and two for those of you who may not be athletic. So you can do this no matter your body type and age. I'm going to show you two different techniques for it. But if we get that lower body starting first, you're going to get much better distance straight away. Okay, first drill here. So this drill I would encourage you all to do. Is actually two different ways you can do this. This is one that is very much for the athletic guys, but even if you're not very athletic, or let's say you're a senior golfer, you can still very much do this, and it's going to help you a ton. So firstly, very simply, I just want you to get your left arm, pin your left arm across your shoulder plane. But what I want you to do is actually do that top of the backswing position. So like you're turning up towards the top. And as soon as you start to sense that you're getting close to the top of your backswing, doing this, start to move your lower body and swivel it. So it's like you're feeling the middle of your belt buckle, getting over your left heel as you transitions down. So you're turning up to the top as soon as you sense you're near the top of your backswing, then get that lower body mid-torso turning, and that's your belt buckle going over the left heel. So turn, then belt buckle over left heel, turn, belt buckle over left heel. So you're going to be then pinning this left arm back as a result of your arm position here, and that's going to stop the arms and upper body from working too much too early, and it's going to let the lower body go. And it's also going to stretch out your obliques on your left side, because if you're really tight here, of course that will affect your ability to be able to separate. So this is going to stretch you out as well as you do it. Now do as much of that as you can. So again, it's great for those of you who may be a bit stiff. It's going to stretch you out nicely. And another way we can do this is, again, without the club, we just get ourselves up to a wall, put our hands up on the wall here. I'm trying to put it in a way that I don't, of course, ruin the good little drawings here at tee to green. So put the hands there, just like you're at the top of the backswing again, and same thing, get that belt buckle working its way towards that left heel. That's going to get you shifting and turning at the same time, which is what we want. It's not a shift and a turn, it's turn and shift, same time. Get that left heel with that belt buckle going over it is our key. This really stretches you out. This really stretches out your lats as well. Really good one. So you can see I'm still doing like a dynamic motion, so having a little top of the backswing feel, but getting that lower body to work. Okay, ooh, that stretches you out really well. So, okay, now that's what you want to do. Well, so that's what I'd say for the athletic, but it stretches you out as well, so everyone can do that. Now, our feel for the golf ball to be able to do this is for everyone. So getting the lower body to work first is a really hard thing just to consciously get into your swing. Quite often what players need to do is they need to quieten down their upper body and arms to be able to do it. Quite often you see their lower body is actually working at a fairly reasonable pace, just their arms and upper body quite often outrace it. So what I would want you to feel is I want you to feel as you are starting that downswing, middle of your chest, so like with my gilet here, points at you guys at the camera there, and I'm leaving my arms up as I go, and I just let my lower body go whilst my chest stays pointing away from the target and arms feel like they're staying where they are. What's going to happen naturally? The club's going to naturally shallow as you do that. You're going to naturally get a decent amount of lag. That's how we naturally create lag, is through that good separation of the downswing, and you're going to unwind a lot easier. So chest pointing at you for as long as you can. Again, if you're slicing the golf ball, this is going to be a very, very good one for you. Going to make some more videos about this topic in the future. And then absolutely just let everything unwind with some nice loose arms, chest pointing back. And look at that, nice, high, dead, straight bullet. That's carried just about 270 yards. So it's an absolute lovely feel. Have that upper body stay pointing back, arms staying where they are. It gives time for the lower body to unwind. If you've been doing those two drills for that, it's gonna be great. And I can guarantee every single golfer out there is not only capable of doing this, they need to do this. Even if you just separate a little bit, that's absolutely fine. Even the guys out on the senior tour, you all see them do it. Might not be as much as your guys on the PGA tour, but they all still do it. So if you could apply these three things, get yourself into better posture, old man posture, just like the guys back in the day, keep your arms connected and make sure that you're transitioning nicely with some good separation, as little or as much as you could possibly do, then you're gonna be in a great place to be able to not be the shortest hitter anymore in your group. So if you enjoyed this video, click that like button if you want more golf instruction. Just like this, hit the subscribe button and hit that bell button too to be notified every time I put out a video.